What's up guys, my name is Luke from Archer & Wood, style consultancy and pre-owned menswear store. It's time for the fits of the week where I've put together some of the best menswear fits from around the socials in time for some hopeful weekend inspiration. First of all, I just want to apologise, it's been a little while since I've been able to make a long form video. I had a lot of stuff going on recently personally and it's been a lot, so I might do a video on that at a later date. And also loads of comments and stuff like that I haven't responded to, so I'll try and get around to them as soon as possible. So yeah, apologies for that. Hopefully we're back to some regularly scheduled content. But let's get into why we're here, the fits of the week. First up, we have new Bond, potentially, James Norton, in his high-waisted navy trousers, simple white shirt, and a little like necklace thing going on. Really simple look, but elevated by these trousers. High-waisted, they're a little bit wider and higher possibly than maybe the average person would want to wear or go out with, but obviously he's on a red carpet. You have to exaggerate a little bit and just to go that little bit further to be noticed, to look something slightly different. But I just really like it. I like the flowiness of that shirt as well. I'm not sure what the material is. It's like a viscosy or maybe like cotton silk. The necklace adds something a little bit different as well. And it's a simple, nice red carpet look. So in terms of footwear, in this other photo, we've got him in this kind of black boots. What look like they might just be regular shoes, but they're chunky. They work really well with the wideness of those trousers. Even though you've got a necklace on there, like it's still quite a masculine look. It's just a contemporary take on like high-waisted trousers, and I'm a fan of it. I like it a lot. So the next look we have is from a lookbook from Stoffa. I don't know which one it is yet. So first of all, we've got some wide-legged, like pleated brown trousers. We've got a sort of mid to dark grey shirt, and then this lighter grey blazer with that soft shoulders, good sized lapel. Really like this. Like, first of all, the wideness of the trousers works. There's a break in there as well, so you've got this more relaxed feel of tailoring. We've got the shirt, which is untucked, and then the blazer on top. And that only really works for me with the shirt untucked because of the wideness of the trousers. Interesting look, a really nice casual plain tailoring, and the colour palette here is lovely. You've got dark, mid, and light as the tones, blending two types of greys, and I'm just a huge fan of brown tailoring as well. You also got a bit of contrast with the break in the trousers and then the sleeves, which are cut relatively high, like I think a good length. So you're playing really with an oversized and then a regular sized or regular fitted blazer. It looks loose, it looks comfortable, it looks flowy and just interesting. Yeah, I like it. For our next look, we've got Theo van der Broeke. I think that's how you pronounce it. Apologies, Theo, if I've mispronounced any of that. I have brought him up a few times in videos. I did a shorts video on his Dunhill look, which was this sort of striped blazer, striped shirt, and a tie combo. It looked really good. So this is, again, sticking to tailoring, high-waisted sort of camel trousers. From here, they look like flat-fronted, really nice. Look like they actually look like some husband's ones I had in store previously. We've got this Grandad collared shirt and this maybe a velvet blazer it's this velvet blazer in this kind of like dark midnight blue. First of all, huge fan of velvet blazers. It's got a nice structure to that shoulder. The trousers are beautiful, and the collarless nature of that shirt is it really works for it. It gives a casual feel to it. He's gone for a few buttons undone, but that's okay. I have no problem with that at all. I know a few people are more conservative, but I just really like this look. I like the way he's put it together. And yeah, okay, so we've got more brown trousers here. So this is Twin Scott. Anyone who doesn't know who Twin Scott is, he is one half of twins Scott and Brett. These are, I mean, they're multi-hyphenates at this point in time, like influencers into sustainability, models, whatever. They're like a force. Twin Scott is one we're featuring today. Beautiful brown trousers, maybe flared out. This soft-shouldered, what I thought was initially a blazer, but it's actually more like a chore jacket, paired with like a gorgeous tie and shirt combo. Really nice pointed collar and a really beautifully done up tie. Proportionally excellent, color wise beautiful, and the photographer here is Garson John as well. Another great follow and a fantastic photographer. You can almost tell his style from the color palettes of the hues that are used within the photos and the editing. Beautiful outfit, and really nice to see ties involved. Really like seeing a chore jacket instead of a blazer as just a little mix up that you can hardly even tell that you from a distance you would think that was just a soft shouldered blazer. I think this photo was for a partnership he did with Churches, the shoemaker, and I think, yeah, you can see in this photo here is where some really lovely suede brown loafers, which goes beautifully with everything else. All right, so the next fit, we've got this one, which I think I found on Pinterest. I can't be too sure, so I don't know who the guy is. If anyone does know, please tag at whatever you want to do. Just an interesting outfit, right? So you've got this sort of tweed, soft-shouldered blazer, striped red and black tie, lemony pink shirt, paired with some cargo pants, or they could even be, yeah, they're like cargo pants. From here, they seem that way. Cut off, properly cut off, with some brown leather loafers. A huge fan of this. And then he's got a real contrast with this sort of like turquoisey green pocket square. There's so much going on here. A decent belt in there as well. Tie tucked in. Just details all over the place. And the colour palette just makes it work for me. Not something I would wear personally. It's not something that's in my wheelhouse. But in terms of putting together just different... You've got the classicness of the blazer, and you've got the ruggedness of the trousers, you've got loafers, which are a little bit beat up and worn as well. Great. And then you've got this bag as well. I haven't even thought about the bag. Like, it's just simple, cool, different. But the reason you guys think, again, it's not something I would wear or even style someone to wear, but I'm a huge fan of it. So the next one, we're catching up a little bit because I found this one a couple of weeks ago, but I obviously didn't make one the last couple of weeks. So this one is Cabism on Instagram. This is from Pitti, so it's a little while ago, but I had to put this in here because I just love this fit. If you've got this safari jacket, belted, tied around the waist, like again, it's like more like a shirt really. It's like soft, loose, and you've got these slightly more bluier green trousers as well. They look like loose and flowy. Just a really cool look. Love the collar on that jacket as well. Can't really see what the shirt underneath is, but it looks like a silky sort of like pattern shirt. Again, with a similar sort of hues to the trousers and the jacket. And then we've got the simple sort of aviator sunglasses. Really nice, very cool. And one for the sort of late summer, which we're no longer in really, but I had to put this in there because I liked it. Our next fit is from Romain of L'Astrolabe, so French, and his L'Astrolabe. I can't say it in a French accent, so I have to butcher it with my horrible Essex one. Anyway, I'm just a fan of him in general. I think I first became aware of him on the Blamo Slack channel. So anyone who knows, Blamo is a menswear podcast, very good. And if you're a Patreon, there's a Slack channel you can join as well, where it's just full of menswear geeks. It's great, highly recommend it. And I think I found him on there, followed him on Instagram. He's big in the menswear game, and he's just a really great experimenter of tailoring and workwear and mixing up both together. So for instance, this grey suit we've got under here, suit, navy tie, and this really lovely worn coat over the top of it, and like a fisherman's hat on top as well. I love it. And the reason that I find this has done so well is because you still get the cleanness of that suit. The more worn items of the hat and the coat don't take away from the smartness and perfection of that suit entire combo. It just adds to it, which is really not the easiest thing to do. So whenever I try and mix and match, I rarely wear a tie or anything, but it's hard. You sometimes feel like you're either making the suit less formal, or you're trying to shove something so formal into workwear and casualness. And if you have a perfect blend where these complement each other, it's done really well. Now, obviously, this is a very specific style for someone experimenting with this sort of stuff, so it's not something that's for everybody. But the way he does it, I really like it. And this isn't a one-off. If you go into his Instagram, you'll see so many outfits. Definitely worth a follow for me. And lastly, we've got Mads Mikkelsen in all Zegna. He's a Zegna poster boy, one of a few really interesting picks they choose. Kieran Culkin they've done previously, Jose Mourinho, and Mads Mikkelsen is a recent one. And here he is in this like tonal look of tobacco, we would call it, like a more orangey tobacco, and this sort of more beige polo shirt. First of all, I love the colours. Zegna do some amazing colours. That's my favourite part about them. Their blues are so deep and rich. They're more tobacco-y and burnt orangey sort of stuff is great. I'm not sure about the shoes. Their shoes are fantastic, like beautifully soft, really small. But that colour, I'm not too sure. And I wanted to get people's opinions on pairing the same colour shoes and trousers, because obviously you can do it black shoes, black trousers, and various other ways of doing it as well. But it is really, sometimes it really is quite jarring to me. It just doesn't look like there's any contrast between the two. And I think in this case, that's what's doing it for me. They look too similar. Sometimes you can make it different with having a sort of like very different material. Sometimes it's just a different shade. But I think these are just too similar for me. And I find that often with Zegna in some of their stuff. I remember seeing Harry Kane wear one on American TV, and he wore, I think it was like light pink trousers and light pink shoes, or like white trousers and white trainers. It just all looks all one. He was wearing a light pink jacket as well, so it was just all very light, all very the same, no contrast. And contrast is one of the best tools you have in your army when putting clothes together, even if you're dressing tonally. That's just the way I find things become more interesting and in depth and blend together well without looking too matchy, and which is what I think I'm seeing here with the shoes. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what your thoughts are, but let me also know what your thoughts on Zegna are. But I think it looks great here, and the colour itself is interesting, and I really like it. Anyway, guys, they're the fits of the week. Which one was your favourite? Drop a comment below. Please do remember to like and subscribe because it helps me grow the store and the channel. I will be getting back to doing some regular videos now. If there's any suggestions, anything you want me to make a video about, drop in the comments as well. Be sure to check out archwinners.com as well for pre-owned menswear. I've got some new items coming in. I've just got to get around to photographing it. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, guys, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Cheers.